In this video, I'm going to quickly show you how to sync your Facebook events with your Google Calendar. Now you can do this either one by one, or you can integrate a Zapier integration to do this automatically. I'm going to show you how to do it one by one first, because that's usually the easiest and requires the less signups. Then we can go into the Zapier integration to make that sync happen real time or all the time. So I'll walk you through the one by one integration first. Now here you see a Google Calendar. For us, the reason why we're doing this is because in the Bay Area there are many different running groups here, and we're trying to create an aggregated view of all of the different events that running groups might have. In order to do that, it makes sense for each running group really to own their own calendar, and for us to then just grab an aggregated views of the events that they want to share with us. Facebook is making this extremely difficult because the only way that you can see events from other groups is really to join those groups, and it doesn't really make sense for everybody to join every single running group. But it is nice to have this kind of aggregated or kind of 10,000 foot view of what's happening in the Bay Area. So I'm going to start this off. First, if you're going to create a brand new calendar, that's A-OK. You do that in Google by going to calendar.google.com. Make sure you're signed in under the account that you want to be in. And then over here, you can hit the plus button to create a new calendar. So you can either subscribe to a calendar, but in this case, we're just going to create something brand new. So create new calendar over here. Now in here, you can call the calendar whatever you want. For this, I'll use the example of the Race Mob calendar. So Race Mob, I can either call it Facebook calendar, but this could just be Race Mob calendar. All of the Race Mob events. Now the tricky thing here is that part of this has to be done on your phone. So I'm going to also show you how to do this on a mobile device, because that's actually what you're going to have to do. Now, in this case, we do want to make this calendar public. That's just so that we can, again, share it with everybody else and make sure that everybody can see the calendar that is happening. You can add specific people or different people, and in this case, we now have a calendar that we can embed or share publicly. So we can embed this on our website, embed this in our community app, which is what we've kind of done here. Is we now have this community app on our community website with the calendar, and this has the information that we're pulling. This is where I want to show the other groups how you can create your own calendar. So now that you've created a calendar here in Google, we're going to switch over to the phone so that you can now see what's happening on my phone. So on my phone, and I've got an iPhone, so this might be a little bit different on an Android device, but what you want to do is go under passwords and accounts. So under passwords and accounts, you're going to see different accounts here. Make sure that you either add an account or sign into the Google account that controls that calendar. So I currently signed in with kevin@racemob.com. That's the calendar that I'm using or sharing. That's the owner of this calendar up on the website, if you could tell. So then you just want to hit sync from calendars. That's super simple, right? That way, when you come back out here and you go into your calendar, you see that that calendar is now synced and available here. Now, what you want to do is when you go into Facebook and you go to a specific event, so either we can go into a group. I know Too Legit Fitness has events. So if you have a specific event that you want to then add to your calendar, you do this simply by clicking here, clicking on the more icon, clicking on add to calendar, and then choosing that calendar that you want to transfer it to. So in this case, I actually have two Race Mob calendars, but clicking on Race Mob will add that to the calendar, and that will now be shared publicly on the site. So I can now add this one by one. The unfortunate thing is this add to calendar only works on an iPhone, only within their app. They don't actually have this within the Facebook website for whatever reason. But you can see very simply, I can just now click into each of my events, add them to the calendar, and those events will then appear up on the website. So we'll switch back to the desktop now, and I can show you what's happening with the website. Okay, so now we are on the website, and as you can see, when I clicked on Add Event, that event for 11 p.m. on Saturday is now appearing under the RaceMob calendar. So when I'm looking at the RaceMob calendar, I now see Too Legit Fitness on Saturday. So that's just the easy way to add your events from Facebook directly onto a Google Calendar. And then that Google Calendar, because you have a URL, you can then either embed that calendar on your own website, you can share it with RaceMob, so now we can have this aggregate view of running events, or you can share it directly in a link, or email it directly to any of your members. So that's way number one. Way number two is a little bit more complicated. It uses a program called Zapier. Zapier is a program that basically uses open-ended APIs and allows you to connect different services with each other. So I'm going to walk through really quick how Zapier works. This is the version if you basically want to set it and forget it and let it go. There are some caveats. There are some kind of tricky parts to Zapier. So under Zapier, if you go to My Zaps, under Zapier.com, you're going to want to sign up for an account and create a Zap. So here you can make a Zap, and from your Zap, you basically want, so Zapier works in one of two ways. It's kind of like this if this, then that type of program. So the first thing that you want to do is create a trigger. So the trigger means when this happens, then do something else. So what we want is when a Facebook group event happens, then we want to trigger a Google Calendar to occur. So I choose the Facebook group from apps, and I choose the trigger event, new event, and I click continue. Now, you're able to first sign into a Facebook group account. So a Facebook account, it walks you through that the very first time that you do this. Basically, you have to go over to the Facebook side, enter your password, and that logs the credential over to Zapier. When you click continue, the other big thing that you need to do is click under here for having the Zapier app installed within your group. The way that you do this is when you go to your group, you want to click all the way down to settings here. And from settings, you want to scroll all the way down to apps here. And you want the Zapier app. So from here, you click add apps. You search for Zapier, and it's already in mine, and then you click add. So that would add the Zapier app. It's narrow because it's already there, but that would add the Zapier app into your Facebook group, and from there, that allows you to then pull those events directly from there. So from here, you can choose which Facebook group you want to pull information from. So for me, it's RaceMob. Since I'm part of a lot of groups, I have to load this a couple of times. But RaceMob Running Community, I can click Next. From here, you can test and grab the data. So testing, and it'll grab basically the latest data. Or you can go in here and you can load more data, and then it'll pull, whatever the latest data is. So this is from an event a long time ago. This is a marathon live stream happening this weekend, so I'll continue with that. And then this asks you to choose an app or an event to do. So what is the target? So for us, it's Google Calendar. The action that we want is actually to create a detailed event. Click continue. From here, you need to sign into your account. From here, you want to choose the calendar for us, it's this newest RaceMob calendar that we just created. And then from here, basically, the way that Zapier works is anytime you click into a box, you can insert specific data from the API from before. So from here, the summary, we want that to be equal to the name. The description, we want to pull from description. Now, in this case, because when I created that event, I didn't really type a description in, but for the most part, you're probably going to write a description in there. You can also, in here, add more information. So if we wanted to know which parent group it was coming from, you can either write directly in text parent group and type that in. You can put a lot more information or description into the event. So there's that. Location. So if there is a specific location or place name, you can add that directly into here. So I guess place would be this. I had no data here. You can either add conferencing or not. That's probably not that big a deal. And then start time from here, and then end time. These are both required fields. Now the trick to this is that in Facebook, they don't actually require end time. So that's tricky because Google Calendar is a calendar, and they actually need a set number of time in order to place it on a calendar. So when you do the sync, just know that you have to put an end time into the Facebook event. If you don't want to do that, there are ways around it with conditional logic, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. Just suffice it to say, start time, end time, that's a great way to add this into there. From there, there's no frequency, no repeating, not all-day events, although there are some all-day events in Facebook. Again, that becomes a little bit more tricky. And then default calendars, default reminders, all of that probably makes a lot of sense. So click continue from there. You can test this and review it. When you test this, that means that if I go over here and I take a look, that event, that London live stream should now be here, which it now is. So it's now on that RaceMob calendar. I was testing earlier, so that's now on that RaceMob calendar. So now we know that that Zap works. Oops. We know that that Zap works, and then if you click Turn On Zap, that'll just turn it on so that anytime an event is then created in Facebook, then that corresponding event is added to your Google Calendar. So that's it. Really easy way to create a Google Calendar from your Facebook events. I think it's a great tool. It allows you really to share those events a little bit more broadly, a little bit more widely. Let me know if you have any questions. And until next time, that's it. I'm Kevin from RaceMob.